The Old Testament, the people who did not know Christ but still knew God, and therefore the symbol of the Old Testament is seen in this first action. The whole congregation will kneel down and reflect. Then the priest will carry it gradually in very moving silent moments and comes into the middle of the assembly, carrying the cross as Christ carried his cross. Then he will now go semitone a little higher and sing. Behold the wood of the cross on which hung the Savior of the world. The whole congregation will respond, come, let us worship. They will all need to reflect in a moving silence. And after a period of silence, the priest will move forward again, and he comes into the presence of the entrance of the sanctuary. Then he will now come out with powerful voice. Behold the wood of the cross on which hung the Savior of the world. And the congregation will now come, let us worship. The second singing represents the New Testament, the people of the New Testament who have come to experience Christ. And the last one represents the church, we who belongs to the church now. And it is our duty to give adoration to the cross. The cross will now be enthroned. The journey from the main door to the altar represents Pilate's palace to Calvary. Now we are at Calvary. There will be now the enthronement of the cross. The cross will be gradually be lifted and be enthroned in front of the altar. And when they are lifting the cross, the lifting is another ceremony, and there can be a song to accompany that. When I'm lifted up from the earth, I will draw all people to myself. Or you can sing, on the hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. I'm sure many people know that. On the hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame.
Mercy and compassion.